Hi, I'm Kinsel Nixon, and today I will teach you about quadratic inequalities. Our problem is x squared plus 3x minus 10 is greater than 0. So the first step when you have a problem like this is to factor out the trinomial on the left side. So for this one, it's pretty simple. So we have a 3x, and we have a positive 3 and a negative 10. Think about that. What gives you positive 3 and negative 10? And you find that it's x plus 5, x minus 2. Then on the other side, you keep the greater than 0. So that's your step 2. Don't forget to label your steps. Next thing you do is you take the opposite of what's inside the parentheses. Since you have an x plus 5, you take out a negative 5. And since you have an x minus 2, you take out a positive 2. And that is x equals negative 5 or x equals positive 2. Next, you draw yourself a number line / graph. I draw my line first. Draw the line. Then, now you mark your points on the graph. So you find negative 5. So put 0 right here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. On the negative 5, you put an open dot because in the original problem, there was no equal sign. Open dot in the negative 5. Then you find positive 2. 1, 2. You put another open dot on positive 2 because there's, as I said before, there's no equal sign in the original problem. In the original problem, you can see that our y-intercept is going to be negative 10 because the c is always a y-intercept. So now I'll draw my line. So we have 0 right here. So we'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. So negative 10 is our y-intercept. So I'll put another point on negative 10. Now I will connect the parabola. We have a parabola now. The next thing you need to do is label your points and label your regions. So you have, right here this is a negative 5, and this is a positive 2. But the region itself is negative infinity, negative 5. And you put 2 open parentheses because, as I said before, no equal sign in the original problem. That is one region. So I will label my regions in a second. Our next region is between our 2 points, negative 5 and 2. So our region would be, open parentheses, negative 5, 2, close parentheses. Our final region is 2 and positive infinity. Because as you can see, the 2 goes, and these lines stretch out in each direction till infinity. So now I will grab some highlighters and label my regions. So I'll label this first region in blue. This is negative infinity, negative 5. My middle region, to show distinction, I'll label in purple. Negative 5 to positive 2. And my last region, I'll label in blue again. Positive 2 to positive infinity. Next thing you need to do to find out if each of these regions is a match for the original inequality is take some test points. Test points. When you have a test point, always put it in the f of x formula. So let's see. Negative 5. We have negative 5, and the region says that we can go to negative infinity. So let's take something simple. Something just past negative 5. So we'll take negative 6 as a test point. F of x formula. F times negative 6. Now you plug negative 6 back into your original equation. So I'll show you that work down here. Negative 6 squared plus 3 times negative 6 minus 10. And we have to find out if that is greater than 0. So negative 6 squared is 36 plus 3 times negative 6, which is minus 18. That is 18. 18 minus 10 equals positive 8. Positive 8 is greater than 0. So that point works. That's a yes. This region is affected. Yes. Next, the next thing to do is find out which other regions are effective. A trick, but it will only work for quadratic inequalities, is that if you skip one region, it's every other region is going to be effective. So since our region on the left is effective, our region in the middle will not be. So I'll put yes here, no here, and to find out if it's effective, you can also use a test point. And yes here. And I'll show you one more test point to prove that the test point formula always works. I'll show you the no. So we have between negative 5 and positive 2. So I'll use something simple. I'll use a 0. So plug 0 into the original equation. F0. Test point number 2. F0. X squared. So you put 0 squared plus 3 times 0 minus 10. And we have to see if that's greater than 0. 0 squared is 0. Plus 3 times 0 is 0. Minus 10 equals negative 10. Negative 10 is not greater than 0. So that proves that that's a no. Now, to express your final answer, you should put it in the interval notation formula. So let's see. Since negative infinity, negative 5 works, and 2 positive infinity works, I'll write those out. So write the parentheses, negative infinity, negative 5, or, another way to say or in math is put a U, kind of U parabola shape. So I'll put that. So it reads negative infinity, negative 5, or positive 2, positive infinity is an effective solution. So I'll circle my final answer and I'll highlight my final answer for you, just to be sure. So now, that's how you solve quadratic inequalities. Hope this helps. Thank you.